Good morning, everyone. This is Deborah. I'm sitting here with the Lord, and I feel His presence, His pressure is rising within my heart, and some things have been playing through my mind the last few days, and I do believe that He wants me to share a couple of dreams that I had that were more, they were more than a dream. And I think most of you know the difference when it's our mind and something that the Lord is instructing us on. I believe these dreams, these two dreams that I was given, among some other things the Lord has shown me over the years, show me that I was in heaven before I was here, and I know that many of you believe that, and I never would have believed it, and I didn't understand the dreams at the time when I got them and what the Lord was trying to show me, but He showed me some scriptures later that confirmed what He was trying to get me to understand. I want to say that the first dream actually shows me that I was there when the Lord was either recreating the earth or creating the earth. And when I had the dream, I had no idea that's what it meant. I was in some type of vehicle. I couldn't see what it was, but what it reminded me of, or what it made me think about, is a hot air balloon. I don't know if it was a hot air balloon, but that's what it felt like. I seemed to be in like a basket, and I was standing up, and I knew I was floating, and when I've seen hot air balloons floating, that's what this reminded me of. And it was dark, very dark, but I could see. And I was floating slowly over this black, glistening water. And it wasn't foreboding, it wasn't scary. It was actually beautiful and very serene. I felt very much at peace. And as I was floating along, and it was silent. There was not a sound. And the next thing I know, I hear something behind me, and I turn, and a huge, pure white, like laser light type of thing, shot up like a fountain behind me. It was unbelievable. It was hundreds of feet in the air, and it just shot right out of that black water, and it was beautiful. And then I heard another noise, and I turned back around, and another shot of light, laser light, shot up again hundreds of feet in the air, and then a third. And I can't even describe the feeling that I had, but it was so deep and so profound. And then the scene changed, and I seemed to be like maybe 12 years old, or 8 to 12 years old, and I was running up a long flight of stairs to a tower. And again, this was very high in the air, but it was I was easily bounding up these stairs. I was so excited. And I got to the top of the stairs, and what it reminds me of is like the towers at an airport, that I think the air traffic controllers sit in these towers. I burst through a door, and there was a man. There were two men in this room sitting at like a console, or I don't know, they were at a desk, and I knew it was a father and a son. And they both turned and looked at me, and I was so excited after this experience I had. And I said to them, "I'm ready for my airplane now." And they looked at each other, and I knew that they loved me. I knew that I was part of them, and I knew that they were very happy and proud of me. And that was the end of the dream. And I pondered that for a long time, years actually. And I'm going to share a second dream with you that I had. And I'm also I'm thinking of a third dream that I believe Father wants me to share. In the second dream, I was in another type of vehicle. I knew it was white, and it seemed, it seemed like a speedboat. And it was going really fast. And it was speeding along in this rolling water, the ocean. And the ocean was made to have highways. So we were skimming along in this pure white, really fast speedboat. That's what it seemed like it was. And we were going up. I don't know who was driving, but I was just in the seat behind the driver. I don't know who the driver was. And we were zipping along and taking these curves, and the boat was like banking over the curves, and it was so fun. And I had this mist, like the water was just spraying my face, and I was feeling so excited and exuberant and happy. And then we kept coming upon these whales. These I knew they were ancient whales, like created before time began. And they were lining up. And I had the knowledge that they were wise, that they had this information, and they were gathering together for some major event. And it was beautiful, and they were so majestic. And I looked up whales, and they looked kind of like humpback whales. They had like those bumps on them, those barnacles, or I don't know what they were, but they were so wise, and it was such a beautiful experience. And then the third dream that he just reminded me of, that I believe Father wants me to share, was that I was at a table, and I was in heaven, and our Father was at the head of the table, and there was water all around us. Our table seemed to be like sitting on water, and our Father was teaching me and some other people that were sitting at this desk, or at this table, long table. And then a wave came up, and it wasn't a big wave, it was just a wave that just came up and receded and went away, and that was the end of that dream. And those dreams have stayed with me almost as clear as the day I had them. And what the Lord showed me, He showed me in the book of Genesis, in the King James Version, when it says He created the creatures, the sea creatures. The King James Version says whales. He created the whales. And when He led me to that scripture, He let me know that those whales that I saw in my dream were those whales that He created. And then He showed me another time in Job about how the sons of God rejoiced when He was creating the earth. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I never would have believed any of this. I never believed in reincarnation. I don't really know what I believe. So I'm just waiting, but I wanted to share these because I felt, as I was sitting here, the Lord wanted me to share these dreams. And I will put the scriptures that He showed me in in the description box. But if any of you guys have any kind of information that want to share it, please feel free. I can't wait to hear your feedback. And I shared on a video one of my dreams where I've been in heaven in a classroom many times. And I know in one dream, I had this dream when I was so confused about the situation I was in real life, and I was so scared that I was messing up and that I wasn't doing anything right. And I had a dream that night because I had prayed to the Lord, and I said, Lord, I'm ruining everything. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what you want me to do. So that night I was in the classroom, and I knew it was in heaven, and a teacher was passing out tests for us to take, and she put the test down on my desk, and I looked at the test, and I started reading the questions, and I declared, I'm not going to pass this test. I don't even understand the questions. So then the scene changed, and I was standing up at the teacher's desk, and she was grading the papers, and she showed me my paper, and I had a 95 at the top of the page, and she said, you see, you've done very well. Do not fear, for you have been chosen for this time. And then she stood up, and some of the other, like very small amount of students in the classroom stood up and with her, and we walked out of the doorway down a hall. And what made me think of this today, sharing, is I'm watching Jonathan Kleck's one of his recent videos, and I still am trying to understand. I'm still trying to understand. I don't know. I don't have any answers. And I'm just waiting and listening for the Lord, because only He can clear this up for me, because it's too important. And I don't want to be deceived. I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.